Have you ever wondered what kind of body type is most likely to live the longest? It's not what the media tells you. It's not what most fitness influencers post on social media. And it's definitely not what you think. Because the truth, backed by science, will surprise you. For decades, we were told that being thin was the ultimate sign of health. But as more research comes in, scientists and doctors are uncovering a shocking truth. Some people with a little extra weight might actually outlive their slimmer counterparts. Yes, you heard that right. It's called the Obesity Paradox, and it's changing everything we thought we knew about longevity and body fat. Let's dive deep into what doctors have really discovered, and what you should know to protect your health and possibly extend your life. First, let's start with the basics. We all have a number called BMI, body mass index. It's calculated from your height and weight. For years, doctors used BMI to tell if someone was underweight, healthy, overweight, or obese. But here's the problem. BMI doesn't tell the whole story. Two people can have the same BMI, but completely different health outcomes. A muscular athlete and someone with high body fat can both have a normal BMI. And here's where it gets interesting. Studies from around the world, including research from the World Health Organization, show something unexpected. People in the overweight BMI category often live longer than those in the normal range. In one major study published in JAMA, researchers tracked over 3 million people. They found that those in the overweight category had the lowest risk of death, even lower than those in the so-called healthy range. How is that possible? Let's unpack the mystery. One reason is that a bit of extra fat may serve as a protective energy reserve during illness. If you get seriously sick or hospitalized, your body burns more energy. People with no reserves often struggle to recover. But those with moderate fat stores have an edge. Another theory is that slightly higher weight signals better nutrition and stronger immunity. It's especially true for older adults. As we age, weight loss can be a sign of declining health, not improvement. And here's another twist. People with very low body fat may lack essential hormones and insulation. It can lead to hormonal imbalances, weaker bones, and poor thermal regulation. That's right, being too lean can actually stress your body. But wait. This doesn't mean that obesity is healthy. Extreme obesity still increases the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and early death. The key is in the nuance. There seems to be a sweet spot, a Goldilocks zone, not too thin, not too heavy. But how do we define this ideal body type? That's where doctors are changing their approach. Instead of just looking at BMI, they now consider 1. Waist to hip ratio. 2. Muscle mass. 3. Visceral fat, the dangerous fat around organs. 4. Inflammation markers. 5. Metabolic health. And here's the mind-blowing part. A person with more weight but lower inflammation and strong muscle mass can live longer than a thin person with high inflammation and weak metabolism. That's why doctors now say, fit and fat is better than skinny and sick. In other words, your weight alone doesn't define your destiny. What truly matters is how healthy your body is inside. Let's break this down further. A woman with a pear-shaped body, wider hips, smaller waist, tends to live longer than someone with an apple shape, more belly fat. That's because belly fat is linked to insulin resistance, inflammation, and heart disease. So if your extra weight is carried in the thighs and hips rather than the belly, that's actually better for your health. Another factor is muscle mass. Muscle isn't just for athletes, it's essential for life. It helps with balance, metabolism, immune function, and even brain health. Studies show that elderly people with more muscle live longer, even if they're technically overweight. So when we talk about body type, we're really talking about body composition. Fat versus muscle. Healthy fat distribution versus visceral fat. Let's take two people as an example. Person A is 5 feet 7 inches, 120 pounds, with very little muscle. Person B is 5 feet 7 inches, 155 pounds, with more fat but also strong leg and core muscles. Guess what? Person B might live longer, especially if they eat well, sleep well, and manage stress. That's the new science. It's not about looking like a cover model. It's about resilience. It's about having the reserves to fight illness. And about maintaining strong metabolic health, even if you weigh a little more. But how do you know if you're in the healthy zone? Start by looking beyond the scale. 1. Measure your waist. 1. For most people, a waist under 35 inches, women, or 40 inches, men, is ideal. 2. Track your energy. 2. Are you fatigued often? 2. It may signal underlying inflammation. 3. Monitor your strength. 3. Can you carry groceries, climb stairs, stand from a chair without help? 3. Muscle is life. 4. Check blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar. 4. These are better longevity indicators than weight alone. 5. Most importantly, how do you feel? Your body will tell you what it needs. Let's go deeper. Many people pursue thinness at any cost: low-calorie diets, extreme workouts, even appetite suppressants. But this approach can backfire. It can slow metabolism, increase cortisol, and weaken your immune system. Even worse, it can lead to sarcopenia, muscle loss, which is deadly in older age. Doctors now advise against rapid weight loss unless it's medically necessary. Instead, they promote body composition goals: increase muscle, decrease visceral fat. And here's the twist. You don't need a six-pack to live long. You need a stable body with endurance and strength. That's what keeps people independent in their 70s, 80s, and beyond. So what does the longest living body type really look like? It's moderately lean, strong, flexible, and nourished. It's a body that can bounce back from illness, carry groceries, dance, and sleep well. It's a body that isn't deprived, but supported. Let's talk about real-life examples. In the blue zones, the 5 regions where people live the longest, most people are not thin. They're active, eat natural foods, sleep deeply, and stay socially connected. Their bodies are often sturdy, not slim. They walk daily, garden, cook, and rarely go to the gym. Their secret? Consistency, not perfection. In Okinawa, women in their 90s still dance and cook for neighbors. In Sardinia, men in their 80s climb hills and share wine with friends. None of them obsess over the scale. And none of them live in fear of gaining a few pounds. That's the shift we need. From weight-focused to health-focused. From image to function. So what should you do with all this information? First, throw out the myth that you must be thin to be healthy. Instead, aim to 1. Eat whole foods, mostly plants, with good fats and proteins. 2. Move daily. Walking, stretching, lifting groceries counts. 3. Build and maintain muscle with light strength work. 4. Get quality sleep, 7 to 8 hours. 5. Manage stress, meditation, laughter, nature, connection. 6. Avoid smoking, excessive drinking, and chronic inflammation. These habits are proven to extend life. And they apply to every body type. Even if you're heavier than you want to be, don't panic. If your blood work is good, your muscles are strong, and you feel energetic, you're probably healthier than you think. Remember, health is not a number on the scale. It's your capacity to live well, move freely, and recover quickly. Let that guide your goals. Not the fashion trends. Not the Instagram models. Not the outdated charts. Let your body guide you, with strength, nourishment, and joy. And the next time someone says, you need to lose weight to be healthy, ask them what kind of weight, and what kind of health. Because now, you know better. You know that the longest living body type is 1. Not too thin. 2. Not too heavy. 3. Muscular, mobile, and resilient. 4. Capable of bouncing back. 5. Nourished, not restricted. 6. And most of all, at peace with itself. That's the kind of body that lives the longest. That's the kind of body you deserve. And it starts not with the scale, but with the truth. If you found this video eye-opening, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Human Health Hub. We've got more life-changing content coming every week. Stay healthy. Stay strong. And see you in the next one.